This is Henry, 72 years young, with hands that fixed 1,000 things. These days, he enjoys the quiet life with his best friend, Buddy. They share morning coffee, long walks, and the kind of peace that comes after a lifetime of hard work. But peace, as they say, never lasts too long in a neighborhood that needs fixing. Every neighborhood has its troubles. Mrs. Garcia's fence didn't stand a chance against last week's storm. Her grandkids were coming to visit, and she worried they'd run straight into the street. Henry couldn't just walk by. Old habits, you know. Buddy sensed it too. His tail started wagging a different way. The "we've got work to do" kind of way. The toolbox hadn't been opened in months. Dust flew everywhere when Henry lifted the lid. But inside, every tool was right where it belonged. Hammers, nails, a trusty old saw. Buddy barked with excitement. He remembered this. The smell of sawdust, the sound of purpose. Henry smiled. Maybe retirement didn't mean stopping. Maybe it just meant choosing what to fix. News travels fast in small towns. By Tuesday morning, Henry had a line of neighbors at his door. A squeaky gate here, a broken mailbox there, a swing set that wouldn't swing. Henry's heart was too big to say no. Buddy looked up at him as if to say, "Well, partner, looks like we're really back in business." And just like that, they were. Henry wanted to help everyone. But his back wasn't 20 anymore, it was 72, and it reminded him every evening. The list kept growing. More fences, more gates, more things that needed fixing. Buddy watched his best friend grow tired, shoulders heavy with the weight of too many promises. Sometimes, wanting to help isn't enough. Sometimes, you need help too. Buddy might not speak human words, but he understood something important. Henry needed a team. So that clever dog did what dogs do best. He brought people together. One bark here, a wagging tail there, and suddenly neighbors were following him straight to Henry. "I think your dog is recruiting us," someone laughed. And you know what? It was working. The old fountain in town square hadn't worked in years. But the town festival was coming, and without that fountain, well, it just wouldn't feel like home. The mayor looked worried. Henry looked at the pipes, the cracked stone, the tangle of problems. This wasn't a one-person job. This wasn't even a two-person job. But Buddy barked once loud and clear, as if saying, "Good thing we're not just two anymore." What happened next was pure magic, the kind that happens when people work together. The plumber fixed pipes. The gardener planted flowers. Kids scrubbed stones until they sparkled. Henry didn't fix everything alone. He didn't have to. Buddy ran between helpers, delivering tools, spreading joy. And then whoosh, water shot into the sky. The fountain was alive again. The cheer that went up could be heard 3 blocks away. The festival was perfect. Music played, children danced, and the fountain sparkled like a jewel in the sunlight. A small sign read, "Community Heroes Henry and Buddy." Henry didn't need recognition, but it warmed his heart anyway. Buddy was too busy being a celebrity, accepting pets from every kid in town. Sometimes, the best reward for fixing things is seeing the joy it brings. These days, Henry's porch is a little more crowded in the best way. Neighbors stop by, not just with broken things, but with coffee and stories. His garage became the community fix-it hub, where people learn, help, and laugh together every Saturday. Buddy greets everyone like old friends. Henry learned something precious. The best thing he ever fixed wasn't a fence or fountain. It was loneliness, his and theirs. And that, friends, is a repair that lasts forever.
The things we fix with our hands are important, but the connections we build with our hearts last forever. You're never too old to make a difference, and you're never too alone when you open your door to community. Sometimes the best tool isn't in your toolbox. It's the people around you. Well, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed what you saw and want to see more content like this, there are a couple of things you can do to really help out the channel. First, please hit that like button down below. It tells YouTube you like the video. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell
so you never miss an upload. Thanks again for watching. and I'll see you in the next one.